Witam na kanale GamesWatch i zapraszam do obejrzenia kolejnego odcinka z gry New Beginning Final Cut. I cóż, wracamy do naszej przygody. Jesteśmy na konferencji poświęconej energii jądrowej, na której to oczywiście zapadną decyzję, czy ten sposób wytworzenia energii będzie nadal przez Państwa wspierany, czy nie. I tutaj stoimy obok doktora Brauna, którego próbowaliśmy zagadać. Niestety nas nie chce słuchać, więc musimy wymyślić jakiś inny sposób, aby przekonać tych wszystkich ludzi. Więc na razie mamy tutaj dwie drogi, widzę. To są jakieś dwa pomieszczenia. Tam jest jedno i tutaj wyjście na taras. Wydaje mi się, że te wszystkie rzeczy typu szklanka czy przekąski już wzięliśmy. Na pewno mamy poncz w szklance.
All these things swimming in it.
Dobra, wyjdźmy na razie z tego pomieszczenia, zastanówmy się, co dalej mamy zrobić.
Faye, can you hear me? What's your status?
I am at the conference, and I had a chance to talk to this Dr. Brown, the expert they are all listening to.
So what did he say?
He didn't even listen to me. All he was interested in was food.
Just like I thought. This conference is a mockery. So, what's your plan now, Faye?
I don't know what to do.
Let me talk to him. I have my own methods. But you must get me into the building somehow. And the doorman must not see me.
Why is that?
We had a little misunderstanding. The thing is, you must find a way to get me into the building unnoticed.
Okay, see you in a few.
Okej, to teraz już wiemy, że musimy wprowadzić tutaj Salwadora. No nie pozostaje nam za bardzo nic innego jak albo to, albo wyjście na taras. Ja bym wybrał wyjście na taras. Wow. Protestanci, budynek, tu pewnie jest powrót. Czy coś jeszcze tutaj ciekawego? Dobra, a nie to, tylko budynek chciałem.
I wonder how many people live here.
To są jakieś drzwi obrotowe.
The garage must be down there somewhere. The crowd doesn't look that bad from up here. My voice won't carry that far.
Ależ owszem, że dojdzie. Wystarczy użyć megafonu.
Listen to me! Listen to her!
Listen to her! Listen to her!
Okej, teraz mamy kilka opcji do wyboru. Wyłączyć reaktory może. No, może tą opcję.
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the rainforest!
Jakoś by trzeba było tych ludzi podburzyć jeszcze bardziej, aby weszli do garażu? Nie wiem, a może wejdę jeszcze raz do elektryka.
Hello. May I ask you something?
What's up?
The protesters are pretty upset. Look.
Really? Oh, they are still harmless. I can see that at a glance.
I'll come back later.
Tutaj są kluczyki do samochodu. Ja muszę jakoś go odciągnąć od tego. nie wiem, pomieszczenia, czy... Muszę pomyśleć chwilę.
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Hello?
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Clear cutting? Do you really think I don't know what you're hinting at?
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Do you think that's funny? It's a hereditary disease. If you don't stop right now, I'll have the space cleared.
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear
You
cutting!
fascist! Shut it, you tree huggers, or I'll show you some clear cutting.
Oh, really? Come on, if you dare.
No
Do
reactor
you know
in
what
the
I'm going to do
rainforest.
if you don't
the
stop
clear
right
cutting.
now?
Nie wiem, jak tłum jest bardziej podłużony, to może ten elektryk teraz da się na tym nabrać. Zobaczmy.
Crap. Why are they so aggressive all of a sudden? Oh no. Don't get any closer to the underground garage. Stay away! Stay away from there!
O, udało się.
A number of different keys are on the key ring.
No dobra, to mamy kluczyki. A może da się jakoś...
I'd rather not. One wrong move and they will know I'm hiding up here.
Okej.
Don't touch that, or you'll get... If you open the partition, these whack jobs...
Okej, czyli... Jeszcze raz.
Don't touch that, or you'll get me in trouble. If you open the partitions, protesters might climb through the ventilation shafts. These whack jobs are capable...
Okej, no być może też będę musiał to otworzyć, tylko nie wiem jak wypuścić jeszcze tego gościa z tego pokoju. Okej, no dobra, no to zostało nam jeszcze jedno pomieszczenie do zweryfikacji. Mianowicie tutaj. Co to jest? Jakaś poczekalnia? Drzwi. Tu jest winda. Człowiek. Przejście. No dobra, no to sprawdzajmy, co tutaj się dzieje.
Could mark the way to the hygiene chamber. That can wait. The sign shows a man and a woman. Could mark the way to the hygiene chamber. These energy-saving doors are really convenient. I can't open the door from this side. Looks like a sign for a storage room. You can't take a step without stumbling across a doorman.
Stop. You have no access here.
Why's that?
Only conference participants may enter here. Sorry.
I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, this is the stage entrance.
Stop.
Why's that?
Only
Okej. Dobra, to jeszcze ten człowiek, zobaczymy co on nam powie.
This room would look dreary without it. Hello. The world is ending soon. Some people just won't listen.
Okej. No to co, zostaje nam winda. I na dół będziemy chyba. Okej, jesteśmy w garażu. Super informacja. Tutaj nic więcej nie możemy zrobić. Tu jest jakiś przełącznik, drzwi garażowe. Tutaj dalej mogę iść. Zamek magnetyczny. Ale gdzie jest ten samochód tego ziomeczka? Tu jest wjazd, wyjazd, dobra.
A garage within a garage. The things you see. I'll never get the gate open this way. A switch with a keyhole. It will only work with a key.
Ale my chyba mamy klucz, bo być może tam jest ten samochód tego elektryka. Oczywiście, że jest.
So this is the thing the lighting technician gushed over. It stinks of exhaust fumes, even when standing still. Disgusting. Locked. Oh dear. That looks really complicated in there. I wonder what all these switches and levers are there for. Let's see what happens if I use this lever. Oops. That must have been the self-destruction mechanism.
Dobra, tutaj chyba niewiele co możemy zrobić. Może teraz już właśnie ten elektryk sobie poszedł, zaraz zobaczymy. O, super. Dobra, to co? Spróbujmy może otworzyć tą szafkę. Przełącznik do przegród.
The partition should be open now. Salvador, come in. The partitions are open now. You can go in. I hope that was a yes, ma'am. See you inside, Faye.
Dobra. Tutaj jeszcze może jakieś przełączniki.
I'd rather not. One wrong move.
Okej. Przełączniki, tutaj nic na dole się nie dzieje. Tu są jeszcze jakieś urządzenia, ale nic nie mogę
No
zrobić.
idea, but only...
Tutaj też nie. Nie wiem w sumie co mam teraz zrobić.
Ah, there you are.
Where is this Dr. Brown fellow now?
He's still at the buffet. He took root there.
The guards must not see me, so you'd better get him over here somehow.
And how am I supposed to do that?
No idea. You'll find a way.
Okej, dobra, poszukamy. Widzę, że tam jest szafka. Czy tutaj coś jest do zabrania? Nie. Tutaj też nie. Jakieś pudło, ale też nie. No szafka jest tylko. Sok pomarańczowy. Oczywiście, że weźmiemy. Czy coś jeszcze? No nie. Tutaj też nie. Więc może sokiem pomarańczowym go zwabimy tutaj? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia.
I hope no one will miss it.
No teraz pewnie pójdę do doktora Browna i być może pójdzie do toalety. Oczywiście podmieniłem tabliczki, więc będzie trochę łatwiej. Dobra, porozmawiajmy.
Hello.
No, you again. What do you want now?
The food looks delicious.
It doesn't only look delicious, it also tastes like heaven. You should try it. It's nothing like the grub other conferences serve. And most importantly, it's not too spicy. I can't stand spicy food at all.
Why don't you like spicy food?
I do not think I want to meet your friend. But I will answer your question anyway. Strong spices don't agree with me. My mucous membranes are very sensitive and...
Yes, thank you. Too much information. I have to go.
Take one of these avatars.
Dobra, czyli po coś mi ten sok tutaj jest potrzebny, ale jeszcze nie wiem po co.
Well, there's no way I would drink that.
Zepsuty poncz.
Let's see how he likes this.
Who are you? I want you to shut down the Indes power plants.
Why should I do that?
Well, you don't have to. I could do it as well.
What do you think you're doing?
I told you that those people won't listen.
Before the Commission retires to deliberate the matter, I now give the floor to Inspector Brown from the International Energy Inspection Authority. Prior to this conference, Mr. Brown thoroughly investigated all facilities and construction projects of Indes Industries for the IOEC. Inspector Brown, you have the floor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
To jest odtwarzacz wideo.
The slot over there is the same size as the videotape. Maybe I can use it to play the video.
No właśnie.
They must come to their senses when they see these pictures. And go.
My name is Dr. Brown. I closely inspected the power plants and came to the following conclusion. Indes Industries' power plants are a grave danger for our climate. My investigation proves, without a doubt, that the large power plants of Indes will cause a major and global climate collapse. If we allow him to contaminate our planet with his pollutants, we have to expect catastrophic climate changes worldwide as early as 2050. Global warming, melting of the poles, rising sea levels.
This man is not Brown.
You are responsible to keep that from happening.
Indes is right. This absolutely can't be, Dr. Brown.
What is the meaning of this?
Security! Detain this man!
Podstęp się nie udał niestety. Dobra. Ciekawe, czy nas złapią. Dobra, widzę, jest jakaś przepychanka. Nie wiem, czy jakoś mogę mu pomóc. No, tutaj pianista jest, widzę, niewzruszony sytuacją, która ma miejsce. Nie wiem, wejdźmy tutaj, zobaczmy. A, tutaj coś zostawił.
That's the briefcase Dr. Brown had with him. Let's see what's in here. Documents, documents, even more documents. Ah, a magnetic strip card. It might come in handy.
Karta magnetyczna, a może teraz będę mógł na przykład otworzyć drzwi do garażu. No, sprawdźmy. No.
This thing will never poison the environment ever again. It won't go anywhere anymore. I can hear the crowd shouting beyond it. Wishing for it to open won't do the trick. A card lock that is connected to the huge gate. It won't work without the right card.
Zadziałało.
No nuclear power! No nuclear power!
What is the meaning of this?
We demand immediate shutdown of the Indes power plants.
And what, pray, is your alternative? Half the world without electrical power?
I think that's my cue. I've already told you that the Svensson algae works and could replace Indes power plants.
You know that we are talking about an alternative to nuclear energy, don't you?
I know the algae. I know what it can do. Adjourn the conference. I can get you a specimen and be back in 3 days. Then you will see that I was right.
Adjourn the conference? Did you really say that?
Yes.
And they listened to you?
They had to. The building was surrounded, cops were tied up and locked in the toilet, and the buffet was in ruins. Just imagine, no more salmon canapes. The evening was ruined.
Time travel. All right, that's something I can imagine. But a climate conference granting concessions? What happened then?
Salvador flew to South America to check on the power plant, and I came directly to you.
I was beaten up and tied up and yes, well, I know the rest. I guess we are now on the way to my research station to get the algae?
Yeah, jackpot.
All right, I'll help you. On one condition. Once we have landed, you will leave all talk to me, and no more kidnappings and seizures, understood?
Promise.
Never thought I'd see you around here again. Is that gray in your beard?
This is a control visit. I was worried you might steer the station into an iceberg. Good to see you, Barney. Did you tell Duva I was on my way?
He wasn't exactly happy. I hope you packed some velvet gloves.
Didn't have much time for packing.
Sounds like an interesting story. Who's your friend?
Oh, right. May I introduce Princess Leia?
Huh? What are you talking about? My name is Faye.
Lovely. You chose an interesting time for your visit. Duva and I scheduled a presentation for business investors today and tomorrow.
What about the national research funds?
You haven't heard yet? I thought Duva had told you at least that much. The research funds were canceled.
What?
Bent, that's a disaster.
Indeed, it would mean the end of my work. It has all been for nothing.
Not necessarily. I have a couple of investors on the hook. Just yesterday, a real star accepted.
We must talk to them.
First, you must get through the health check. And afterwards, wrapping this thing up will be a piece of cake. This will be an exciting day. Trust me.
Okej, tym sposobem przeszliśmy już do rozdziału 5, zatytułowany Atlas, część pierwsza. No dobra.
There, Bent. That's it. I'm done.
Fine. Is everything all right, Doc?
You could say so. For someone with your medical record, everything is fine. Retirement agrees with you.
My retirement was a nightmare.
Was a nightmare? Don't tell me you're working again. If so, I have to advise strongly against it.
Let's just say that my life makes sense again, and I owe that to Faye here.
Oh, I see. And here I thought you were trying to save the world again.
Retirement was the best that could happen to me. I can go fishing as much as I want to. I can read many interesting books. And I have interesting talks with my shrink every week.
That sounds much better than working your guts out and spending weeks in the hospital now, doesn't it?
You think? Let's talk later, or we will be late for the presentation.
Right. It's your turn now, Miss Faye. Do you have any illnesses I should know about?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it's very much my business. The decision on whether or not you will be allowed on the rig is based on my expert opinion.
Well, I'll stay here then. I didn't travel 500 years to have myself cut open.
Excuse me, I don't think I understand.
Faye, you can trust the doc. He knows what he's doing.
All right. But no hot coals. And no saws. You hear me?
Promise. Bent, if you would wait outside, please. This might take a while, I'm afraid.
Yes, Bent, just go. I'll catch up with you. I can handle this charlatan by myself.
I tym oto sposobem jesteśmy teraz Bentem. No dobra. Co my tu mamy? Zasłona.
Faye stares at the doc like he is going to kill her, but he just wants to test her knee reflex. Doc, I need a stamped certificate or Barney won't let me attend the presentation.
You will get it as soon as I've finished examining your friend.
Hey, that's too bright.
Will you please refrain from squeezing your eyes shut? I have to check your pupils.
No, my eyes remain shut.
This is going to take a while. If I want to be on time for the presentation, I'd better find another way.
To jest jakaś pieczątka.
Doctors and their paperwork. A stamp pad can become as important as a scalpel. Totally dry, just like bureaucracy itself. Only people who can produce such a scrap of paper are allowed on the oil rig. The doc already completed it. Only the seal is missing. Hopeless. The stamp pad is completely dry. My skin is more moist than this thing. The mattress sags, the bed squeaks, and you are miles away from daylight. I can't stand seeing the bed anymore, even after 2 years have passed. There's the cabinet with the patient records. Mine is in there too. Ah yes, there it is. Vince Fenson, born severe depression, burnout syndrome, etc., etc. We advise against continuation of employment. Was it really only just 2 years ago? There's the mine is in. I've read. Looks like one of the vaults you see in murder mysteries. One of those where they store the corpses. Vicious stuff. I'm stealing blood from a doctor. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Duva painted the upper one a long time ago, but not the lower one. Duva painted the upper one a long time, but not the lower.
No dobra, mamy próbkę krwi, to może użyjmy na pieczątce, aby to zwilżyć jakoś.
A drastic measure, but time is short.
Okej, i certyfikat zdrowia może.
Morbid, but it worked.
No i pięknie. Dobra, to co, wychodzimy?
Everything peachy, Bent? Where's your companion?
She'll be a while.
That's too bad. The presentation is almost over. Do you have the health certificate?
Can't I get in without the certificate?
Well, Dr. Svensson, my responsibility is to follow the regulations, not make them.
Damnation. What are our chances of finding an investor?
They are good, I'd say. We've made an impression.
Did you show them around the labs?
No, but we had a fantastic brunch with wild salmon from the Atlantic. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Overfishing of the seas, endangered species. The problem is just that we can't afford to point fingers today. No one wants to do business with narrow-minded greenies.
But we are narrow-minded greenies.
Wrong. We are greenies with wild salmon from the Atlantic. We are people you can talk to.
Barney, we must not sell our ideals.
Don't be naive, Bent. We need the money. Therefore, we have to curry favor with rich and arrogant business people.
Everything in me resists this idea.
That's the difference between you and me. You want to do research, and I do the dirty work that's getting your research financed. And sometimes there is no room for your do-gooder mentality.
Yes, I know. Here, Barney, that should be all. May I enter now?
Okay. Name's on it, stamp as well. All right, time for your big comeback. Nervous?
Should I be?
Well, it's been 2 years since you last saw your son.
Oh, nonsense. I'm not nervous.
Yes?
Could you go ahead, please? This little do-gooder needs to visit the restroom first. What? I just need to pee. I'm not nervous.
Sure, Ben. Sure.
Dr. Svensson, I'm trying to be polite here. What you just told us is ripe with trivial generalizations and esoteric hocus-pocus. We know that our oil reserves will be used up one day. We are aware that we will need to find a way to fill the hole this will rip into the energy supply. We also know that some nuts will be worried about the climate whenever you try offering them workable solutions. What we don't know is why on earth we came here. What miraculous technology are you talking about when you claim to be able to solve all this planet's problems in one stroke?
Thank you for the cue, Mr. Indez. I am talking about a technology that doesn't produce emissions. One that can be replicated easily and that can be grown in every household. It is effective enough to...
Did I understand you correctly? Your miracle plant will grow in every consumer's garden?
Yes. The magic word is reproduction. A small installation that will fit on every balcony will provide enough energy for the household. It is an autonomous and ecological energy. The process is called nitrogenase.
He means hydrogenase.
The process is called hydrogenase, which means that cyanobacteria will convert light, air, and water into high-energy oxygen. The degree of efficiency of the energy output yields values around 0.08%.
What? That's wrong. It's 0.8%.
Do you want to give the lecture, Father?
Maybe we can cut this embarrassing family drama short. The question I ask myself is, what kind of business model do you have in mind? If people grow algae on their balcony like chives, what do we sell them? No one here wants to give away energy for free, right?
Yes. No. The consumer needs the technology to grow the algae and dissipate the hydrogen. Fuel cells for conversion must be bought and maintained. But, Well, that's all there is to say on the business aspect of our presentation. I suggest we take a short break. Afterwards, we can jump right in with the calculations.
I would like to see this bacteria in action.
Or that. After the break, we will present the blue-green algae, and then we will talk about the calculations. We will reconvene at 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you.
That was something. And where has Duva disappeared to? The least he could say was hi.
Please don't hold it against him. It's all the excitement about the presentation. And then his father appears out of the blue. He is a bit overwhelmed.
He shouldn't blame himself. He did well. I am more worried about this Indes.
Emilio Indes is a businessman. He needs to ask these kinds of questions.
No, my gut tells me that he's planning something. And I won't leave this room before I've found out exactly what it is.
No dobra, mamy przerwę podczas prezentacji. Rozejrzyjmy się po naszym pomieszczeniu, w którym się znajdujemy.
Still water, much healthier than wine cooler and champagne.
Okej, mamy wodę, pewnie do czegoś nam się przyda. Tutaj otwierać jakieś do butelek.
A bottle opener. Next to it, a water bottle with a screw cap. Good to know some people think ahead.
A, tutaj jeszcze jakieś przekąski są.
Pistachios. Much better than salmon canapes and caviar.
No, okej, dobra, idziemy dalej. Tutaj, czy tu jest jakiś wskaźnik? Kobieta, mężczyzna. Uczestnik konferencji. Ciekawe, są dwie osoby. Dobra, no to weźmy może ten wskaźnik.
My old telescopic pointer.
Tu jest jakiś przycisk.
The curtain controls. Looks like a cross between naive tourist and unscrupulous businessman. So what do you think about the bacteria?
I think it's taking much too long. I want to see something.
Please, have a little patience. You will get to see something right after the break.
Good. I don't have all day, you know. My wife and I are expected on a whale watching tour later today, and I don't want to miss that under any circumstance.
You will not regret the wait, I promise.
We'll see.
Looks like a cross between naive tourist and unscrupulous. You will not regret.
We'll see.
A violet jacket. Charming. Do you like the presentation so far?
Oh, yes, it's very nice. I particularly liked the helicopter ride.
I was talking about the cyanobacteria. Does the technology convince you?
There is supposed to be a live presentation after the break. If that is as good as the trip here, your chances are good.
Do you expect a show?
Yes. If you can impress us, you will get our money.
The window is closed. What are those two whispering about? I don't believe it. Why do the loudest fledglings in the world have to live next to this window? As long as they are making all that ruckus, I won't understand a single damned word.
No dobra, w pomieszczeniu chyba nic więcej zrobić nie możemy. A czy wyjść na balkon możemy? No chyba możemy.
What do you think about the presentation, Mr. Indes? Do you think this blue-green algae is a good investment?
This cabbage? No way. But I could have told you that before.
If you already knew that, why are you here?
I came here to dispose of a nuisance. A nuisance as small as an ant. but as persistent as a thorn in my side, and as presumptuous as a fat Norwegian who sticks his nose into things that are none of his business.
Go on, don't mind me.
What nuisance are you talking about?
I will tell you in private.
It needs a lot of power, but is otherwise environmentally friendly. I wouldn't accept anything else. What are those two plotting? Good evening.
Can't you see we are having a conversation here?
I can. That's why I thought I'd join you.
You are not welcome here.
Looks like we have the same problem.
Spare me your comments and get lost!
Okej, tu jest jeszcze Shake, zobaczymy może z nim coś.
What are those two plotting?
Porozmawiamy.
What have I just told you?
That you can't stand people and would have preferred life as a llama?
Bugger off!
Okej, to nic nie pomoże.
I can't do that from here. They won't make a sound as long as I'm standing right next to them. The little brats are hungry. Hello, you little, birds. What do you want? And here I thought I was good with kids.
Okej, dobra, to musimy pomyśleć, co tu zrobić, żebyśmy mogli ich... Tu jest jakaś zasłonka. Wcześniej tego nie było.
It's stuck. The curtain stop is stuck. It really lives up to its name. I only see one way to reach it.
Do you want to climb on that chair?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Well, I thought you were a gentleman, a man with distinction, someone I and my husband would have liked to support financially.
Even a gentleman has to climb on chairs from time to time.
Please, let's not argue. I said my mind. You do what you want with that.
Unless I want to scare off our investors, I'd better find another solution.
Mamy wskaźnik, może wskaźnikiem.
Nudging the stop won't help to unscrew it.
Nakrętki.
On with it. Ha! That fits perfectly.
Okay.
The Philosopher's Stone. A bottle opener on a pointer.
No i świetnie. Jak te ptaszki jeszcze uciszyć? W sumie mamy pistację. No, spróbujemy dać tym ptaszkom pistację. Ciekawe, czy to zadziała.
Do you like pistachios? There you are. Good.
Wow, udało się. Dobra, to stańmy blisko zasłonki.
Are you worried the algae could destroy the energy market?
If a flower power energy everyone could grow on his balcony really existed, then yes, I would be worried. But this cabbage couldn't supply enough energy for a toaster. I'm just worried that these idiots in Oslo might see it differently.
And what do you plan to do about it?
What every good businessman would do. I'm going to buy it. I will put one specimen on my ship, and I'll dump the rest into the ocean. That's where algae belong, after all. Bon voyage, Dr. Svensson. Arrivederci, Echo Power. And the best thing is, as long as no one else is interested in it, I will get it at a bargain price.
The pig.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the break is over. If you would be so kind to return to your seats. We will commence live presentation of our technology now. As you can see, our assistants provided some algae specimen. Dr. Svensson, if you would.
Of course.
He means me.
Let me do it. I worked on that technology for 30 years. I know how to get the maximum possible result.
Well then, proceed.
Okej, strasznie dużo rzeczy widzę. Jakaś żarówka, generator, ciężki przedmiot, wózek, kontener z algami.
There's something heavy on the hose. No wonder the generator isn't working properly. This thing was put here on purpose. The generator gets enough H2 now. The algae needs light, fresh water, and air for successful hydrogenase. The algae needs light, fresh water, and air for successful hydrogenase.
No dobra, to jeśli chodzi o światło i świeże powietrze to jest, a wodę chyba mamy tutaj.
Let's freshen up the algae a bit. Well, the algae has light and fresh water, and the gas can freely flow into the generator.
And the light bulb glows. Bravo. Can you really not see the genius in this performance?
The only thing I see is slime in a fish tank.
Dr. Svensson, since no one else seems interested in it, I would like to buy the slime.
Stop, just a second. I forgot something. The presentation isn't over yet.
Well, I can hardly wait.
Okej, no tutaj co my możemy zrobić?
This must be that membrane thing. Fake time travel, okay, but a net that draws energy from a power source and releases it into something else? I don't know. This thing looks like a rechargeable battery. What the heck is the battery doing on the H2 hose? That can't be a coincidence. Okay then, I'll put the battery in the net.
No to zupełnie przypadkiem. No to pewnie coś muszę z tym zrobić.
I put the battery in the net. What now? If this works, I will believe every word Faye said. Oh dear.
What have you done?
I just wanted...
Was that the nitrogenase you were talking about?
Who would have thought that 0.8% can be that explosive? Dr. Svensson, why did you give an endless monologue on wind energy instead of showing us this right from the start?
I don't know. Ask my father. He is the uncrowned expert around here.
And, who of you will receive our money?
O, być może się udało.
This stupid doctor. I don't want to get some rest, and I'm not sick either.
Come, please.
Hello?
You have to leave. Attack! Everyone will die.
Delvin, what are you talking about? What attack? Crap! Something's wrong with the antenna. I thought Augie wanted to install it on the helicopter. Oh no, I hope he didn't break it. I'd better go check on it.
Okej, teraz jesteśmy już po prezentacji doktora Svenssona, Benta Svenssona. Teraz wcielam się znowu w postać Faye. Natomiast wydaje mi się, że to jest dobry moment, aby zakończyć ten odcinek. Także wielkie dzięki za oglądanie i do zobaczenia w kolejnym. Cześć!